I'm Ryan.
And I'm Shane.
And welcome to Top 5 Beatdown, a show where we compare top 5s for topics that seem completely asinine, yet somehow garner strong opinions. And to add some fun to the mix, we compare our top 5s to that of a special guest. Today's topic is top 5 video game foods. And today's special guest is a writer, performer, and general internet human. Please welcome to the Beat Zone, Brian David Gilbert!
Yes!
Hello!
Yes.
Hello!
The man's so nice they named him Thrice.
That's right. The man's so nice that they actually his name is
case
embroidered
you
right
forget.
over his breast.
Beautiful, beautiful. It's great to see you again. Though I guess I've never seen you. I wasn't there.
You were on Puppet History.
Oh,
with,
yeah, no, I
with
didn't
the professor.
meet you yet, but-
He was somewhere in Video Village.
I was busy.
Why can't I be described as a near martyr?
Brian David Gilbert, near martyr.
It's finally happened.
Yep.
There it is. You got the graphic and everything. Look at it.
You got the graphic. Now, we don't always have experts on here, but you're, look, you got some truck in the video game world.
Yeah, don't want to toot my own horn, but I do know a lot about video games, and I do know a lot about food in those video games.
Oh, so you got some skin in the game.
I
then,
do.
Eric.
I take it very personally and very seriously.
Well, the important thing to remember here, and this goes for you too,
Okay.
is respect the list.
Okay.
Okay, now if you agree with something, that's great. If you disagree with it, feel free to eviscerate that person.
Sure.
But then also remember to say,
Based on the
I
fact
respect
that you
the list.
think someone else
the
may
list.
not be respecting a list.
Of course.
You know, Ryan a lot of times is, he doesn't respect his own list. And that's where the trouble starts.
That's actually where it's funny.
That's where the trouble
It's almost
starts.
like you're talking to
Starts
a
with
mirror.
you
You should
over
be
there.
talking to a mirror because most of his lists break the rules. And speaking of rules, video game food, it has to be within the world of a video game, any platform. It has to be edible within that world.
It's got to be in a video
And it could be a
game.
food or liquid. So pretty simple rules
But
here.
a drinkable liquid, not like piss.
No. Which is drinkable, but we
Well, thank you for
don't have to go.
clarifying that.
I guess that you got a point there.
Is that something that you're mulling over?
It could be piss.
Let's get into the list, and hang on a second. We are getting word from our ringside reporter, Stephen Lim. Same guy, huh?
Yeah.
Bonjour, it's Steven, your favorite ringside commentator. Now, I'm a big foodie and I love to travel, and eating in Paris has always been on the bucket list. Today's sponsor, Babbel, is one of the top language learning apps in the world and is gonna help me become a pro at ordering the dishes that I desire. Babbel is a scientifically proven way to help you start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. Its intuitive lessons designed by real language teachers help you learn a language through real-life conversations about travel, business, relationships, and more. Babbel offers a 20-day money-back guarantee and 2 free classes with the subscription of your choice, including a lifetime subscription. Now, instead of rubbing your stomach and groaning loudly, try out some of these. Numéro 5, où est le café? Numéro 4, combien pour ce croissant? That's the best you'll get out of me. Numéro 3, je vais essayer l'escargot.
Nice. Okay.
Numéro 2, j'adorais les soufflés au chocolat. Numéro 1, et l'addition, s'il vous plaît? Yeah, you got it. You too can become a Parisian like me. Click the link to get 60% off your subscription and let me know what language you want to learn in the comments below. Au revoir! And back to the Beat Zone.
Well, without further ado,
Let's list.
starting with Brian, reveal your number 5, please.
Yes.
Oh, this is exciting.
My number
Oh, that's
5
good.
is Void Mayonnaise from
Oh!
Stardew Valley.
Yes.
Interesting.
Now, I understand that there are some people who might say, hey, that's not edible, but that's not true. You can eat it in the game, and it hurts you a lot. It hurts you so very much. It hurts you about 75 points, which is, I think, most of your health.
There's
But
health in Stardew Valley.
there is health
Oh,
in
yeah.
Aren't you
Stardew
just
Valley.
like raising chickens and shit?
Yeah,
Well, you
but
get
you got-
tired. You
you
fight
get
little
tired.
monsters in the cave.
Yeah, you gotta go in
so
the
you
cave.
can get tired? Oh, my
It's a
HP
lot.
would always be down.
You can't work all day. You gotta go to bed.
Yeah, it's very anti-hustle culture, which I
Gotcha,
think is
yes,
nice.
yeah, it's
Yes.
nice.
But void mayonnaise specifically is a food item that you can create after you use void eggs, which are these stinky little eggs that you put into a mayonnaise maker, and then it becomes this weird speckled creation, and it sells for a very high price. an extremely high price. And so that makes me think that, yes, sure, you eat it, you're gonna get hurt. But it's probably gonna taste really worthwhile.
It really doesn't look appetizing.
It looks
I have to
very
say,
bad.
it looks pretty gross.
It does.
Which is weird that you want to eat it.
Who's buying this stuff in
That's
town?
my question, right? There was a full playthrough for me where all I made was void mayonnaise, and I made so much bank. So someone's buying it. You know, maybe it's used for non-edible purposes. I don't think that's true. But I'm trying to think
What
also.
are you suggesting they're using it for?
I don't know.
Hey, he didn't say it.
I didn't say it.
He didn't say it.
I didn't say anything.
What are you
Okay.
saying? What are you saying?
He's not saying
I am
anything.
not saying
It sounds like you're saying something.
You're
I'm not saying anything.
something
You're
right.
starting trouble, aren't you?
Have there been fantastic meals in my life that have hurt me very badly?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Taco Bell every
right?
time,
Okay.
every time.
When I am eating 40 chicken McNuggets, that will do 75 points of damage to my health.
Good.
But I have enjoyed it
That's right.
very much, and that's how I feel about void mayonnaise.
Let's move on to my number 5. My number 5 is Tonkatsu from Cooking Mama. Now, there's a lot of tasty treats on Cooking Mama. And look, let me just put a disclaimer up top here. I did not play a lot of RPG games growing up, so I'm not playing the Stardews and the Links, the Zeldas of the world. So I'm gonna have some weird oddball picks here.
Yeah.
And Cooking Mama, I mean, it's pretty on the nose, let's be honest.
What's that? I ain't never played that.
Well, there's a
She's
mama, and then she cooks.
She cooks.
Yeah.
And look at what she cooked.
I would eat that in a heartbeat. for
I
sure.
love tonkatsu. Oh, it's so good. I mean, come on. Look, how does your mouth not water looking at that?
I imagine that, you know, since it is a cooking game, you could screw it up. But I assume if you took me out of the equation and you let Cooking Mama cook for me,
Yeah.
it'd be the best meal.
What's-
It'd be so
I
fantastic.
want her mama's cooking.
What's her vibe? What's she like?
I don't know, actually. Honestly, most of this game, I just remember looking at the food and going, God damn, it looks tasty.
She's jaunty,
Whoa.
I think. She's got that sort of sweet maternal vibe, but also she
you like that?
could be mischievous.
You
know?
smell what mama's cooking?
I like it. I smell it and I like it. That's a nice stink.
Anyways, let's move on to your number 5.
My number 5 is cake from Minecraft.
Okay.
And I want to tell you up front that there were a lot of different contenders here.
Okay.
One hell of a cake in Portal, and I'm also quite partial to that beautiful little pink cake in Stardew Valley.
Oh, yes.
But I picked the one from Minecraft because one, aesthetically, I think it's absolutely gorgeous and something I'd like to eat. That looks like a nice buttercream on
Kind of
top.
looks like a pizza.
Almost like angel food. I'm not sure. A lot of these are experiential for me. What I'm feeling when I'm playing the game.
Oh, yes.
And when you make a cake in Minecraft, it means you've finally reached stability.
That's true.
You're out there in the woods. You're naked. You got nothing.
I like that.
You're foraging. You're chopping down trees. You're mining.
What are you using to chop down the trees?
You build
You
an
can
axe
punch
out of
them.
wood. Or you can start by
just-
punching
start
them.
by
I thought you said
punching.
you were naked.
Well, yes, because you start by punching them. And then you take that wood and you make a wooden axe. Then you get some stone, you level up, you level up. When you finally get to the place where you can bake a nice little cake, you've made a nice home. for
What's the
yourself.
purpose of this game? You just,
You live.
do you eat the cake in the game?
Yeah.
What kind of question
Of
is
course.
that?
Like, do you see, what's the animation look like when this person's eating? Is it
Yeah,
oh,
you
it's
can
like
imagine.
one of those? Yeah, yeah. Like a roller
Just little
coaster
things
tycoon eating.
fly away
little,
from
little
it.
crumbs flying.
Oh my god! I should have put food from Roller Coaster Tycoon in my list.
you
Oh,
flat
son
some
of a...
We can
good
start
shit.
again.
Portal, I think, maybe has the most narratively satisfying cake, but I'm not going to get too much into that in case I don't know what your list looks like.
You know, don't worry about it.
Minecraft cake, I'd love to eat it.
It looks good.
It does look nice. And
Respect
again,
the list. I
it
respect
is
both your
it's a
lists.
cozy thing. All right, number 4 for me, a very important one, I would say, in my life in general. All of the sushi from Pokemon Stadium's Sushi Go Round.
That sounds, look.
Just
Yeah.
take a look at this fantastic mini game. Pokemon Stadium was a game that you could plug your Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue into it and you could fight your actual things. Or you could play a mini game called Sushi Go Round, which was a bunch of lick-a-tongue, and then you would lick and you would try to get the most expensive sushi, which I think is a great way to think about sushi in general, is just skip
Get it
all
all.
the chaff, go straight for the most expensive.
And am I safe to assume that this is also how you consume sushi, using
It
only
is.
your tongue?
Always. Well, I will say, because of this game, whenever the sushi person isn't looking, I do have to try it at least once every time I'm at a sushi restaurant. Also, when I started playing this at my good friend Gabriella's house, because she had the Pokemon Stadium, I didn't really have a full conception of what sushi was. I'd never had it. I was like 4 or 5 maybe
Yeah,
at that
yeah,
time.
yeah.
But I saw that, and I saw the gusto that those lick-a-tongues were just really grabbing everything, and I was like, I gotta get me some sushi.
As a 4-year-old, what did you think? Like, did you know
Well-
fish, or were you like, that looks like candy?
Absolutely. There were some of them that I thought were just 100% candy.
It never occurred to me that sushi, to a child, kind of looks like candy for adults.
Yeah.
Because it's very presentational.
Absolutely.
It's wrapped in a little package.
It looks so nice.
It sort of is candy for adults.
Oh boy, is it
really is.
fucking
It's delicious,
good.
isn't it?
If I had a licked a tongue, I would tongue it all day.
Yeah.
He's a tonguer.
Classic tonger over here.
Anyways,
That's how we locked it.
that's how I lock it down. All right, let's go to my number 4.
Yes.
My number 4 is the Wumpa fruit from Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
Oh, that
Oh,
looks
yeah.
good as hell.
Now I have to say,
That looks juicy.
I was obsessed with Crash Bandicoot first off.
Yeah, he's-
and so much that I had all the action
He's got a
figures.
great body.
And I used to love the Wumpa fruit, and I used to wish so badly I could eat it, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you go to someone's house and they have a beautiful bowl of potpourri,
Yes.
and you're like, hey, fuck you. Can I actually have some fruit now that you've teased
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
And usually the answer's no.
My older brother did one time bite a full chunk out of a plastic apple once.
Knowing it was plastic?
No. He went straight into it and then said, that's not gonna
Hang
work.
on a second. What do you imagine a Wumpa fruit tastes like?
I imagine it tasting like an apple peach hybrid. Crunch of an apple, but the juiciness of a peach
juicy.
inside. And I imagine that shit just exploding all over your face.
Yeah.
It looks good. I mean, Crash, we never really see him eat one from my recollection.
What is it? What, did he have a voice?
Wow!
Yeah, that's
the
right.
noise he would
That
make.
was really good.
He makes little weird man noises like that. There is one video game where he does talk, I think, and I hated it. I like him just making funny noises because he's like a fox or something.
I believe he's a bandicoot
bandicoot.
from the title Crash Bandicoot.
Is a bandicoot an animal?
I believe
It's
that
a
is
real
correct.
animal, is it not?
Is a bandicoot an animal?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was an animal. He's got jeans on, I know that. This
Yeah,
guy,
does
he
he?
looks like John Cena for some reason. He dresses exactly like John Cena,
He
actually.
really does. I
should
only
play him.
have connected that
Hang
right
on
now.
a sec.
Have we ever seen the two of them in the same room?
Let's get a live action with Cena.
Now that's the one.
Oh, that's
what
so
I'm
good!
saying.
I think that would be good. The Sonic movie was fine. I loved, it was
We
great,
all
but I
loved it.
would have been better.
I
if
would
there was
fucking kill for a Crash Bandicoot
That's
movie.
great.
They'd probably make a Wumpa.
Fantastic.
The studio would make a
be so
Wumpa.
good.
Or you could get a Wumpa at like Taco Bell, Taco Bell would be like,
I
come
want
on down for
a
your Wumpas.
legit fruit. I want a legit fruit.
All right, and I respect that. My number 4
Good.
is hot dog
Oh.
from Eastward.
I don't know what Eastward is, but I love hot dogs.
Eastward is a beautiful little game. It's just a great RPG. And look, I know to everyone who's looking at this right now, they're just saying it's just a hot dog. But it's a rich world that you're playing in that game. And when I saw a hot dog in my inventory, I shouted. I was like, look at this beautiful little hot dog.
Did you have a hot dog for dinner that night?
No, I didn't, but I've had a lot of hot dogs since then. And even just look at it's like the most beautiful, and understand, I think there's ketchup on there.
Yeah.
ketchup.
And look, I put ketchup,
and
mustard,
mustard.
relish, and onions on my hot dog.
Well, look, I love a Chicago dog, but I also like a dog with just ketchup. But
I'm there with you. Look, I'm a strong proponent that you eat the foods you want to eat the way that you eat them.
Exactly.
Are you from Chicago?
I'm not from Chicago.
You're from
That's
Chicago,
acceptable.
and
Yeah.
you said you would eat an only ketchup dog?
So what
That's
I
like
do-
the anti-Chicago
no, but let me
dog.
tell you what I do. I almost like have two sides of a yin and yang. If I'm getting one hot dog, I'm gonna get a Chicago style hot dog. If I'm getting two hot dogs, I'm gonna get a Chicago style hot dog, and then I'm gonna get another hot dog with just ketchup.
A little dessert dog.
Oh my God!
Essentially,
I've
yes.
seen you do this before.
You have.
We went to Portillo's and he did do this.
It's fun.
It was that day we ordered $60 worth of Portillo's
It's
for
really
the two of
fun.
us.
It's really fun, and I just really love hot dogs. And this hot dog just, it looks so fucking
It
good. I
does
wanted to
look-
just crawl inside my Switch and stay there forever, just
If
eating
I'm
hot
not
dogs.
mistaken, though, Eastward does have a lot of good food in it.
It does.
There's cooking is an aspect of that game.
Yeah.
So
But
this
this-
was a bold choice to just go with the straight hot dog.
Do you think you've eaten over 1,000 hot dogs in your lifetime?
Yeah, come on.
Over 1,000?
Over 1,000.
That seems
That-
like chump change.
I think I've had probably sub 600.
What?
I'm sorry.
How old are you?
I'm almost 30 now.
I worked at a baseball park in my high school summers,
Oh,
and I
okay.
think I had
You're
1,000
putting
hot dogs in those
the
3
thumb on the
years.
scale there, though. I feel like that's not.
We'd be like, all right, I'm clocking in, time to eat a hot dog. How long is this shift? 4 hours, that's 4 hot dogs, and then a hot dog for the road.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to your number 3.
Shall we? My number 3 is strawberry
Strawberry
pie
pie.
from Celeste. Now, the thing about this strawberry pie is you gotta work really freaking hard in order to get that strawberry pie.
that looks good.
That's the best strawberry pie you can have. And the thing I love about this game is that if you get sub like 10 strawberries, you can still beat the game, but then they show you this dinky little pie. It's nothing. And okay, so if you've never played this game before,
I have not.
It's hard as nails. It's very difficult platformer.
Yeah.
And these strawberries are an extra added level of difficulty onto it. You don't need to get them to win. But if you collect all of the strawberries, or at least 175, I can't remember exactly what it is, you go out of your way and you do it, then you get that strawberry pie specifically. And so you have to work super hard. Doesn't mean anything for the game. Really doesn't mean anything at all, but I spent so many hours grinding away to get all of those strawberries, and then I made that pie and I got that and I was like, oh, this is the best thing. This is the most.
It felt good. It felt good.
Oh, it felt fantastic.
Now, is she higher than shit, or is she like a devil?
Oh, no, she's a devil, but she could also be high as shit at this point.
I have to say, this is the only food we've seen thus far out of all the lists that made me very, very hungry. I love strawberry pie.
There's
I
all
love
ice cream on there.
I had never had strawberry pie before seeing this, and then I went out of my way to buy nice strawberries and then make a strawberry pie, and it was not super good, but that was on me. It was not on the pie.
Have you ever had a strawberry rhubarb pie?
Nah.
No, yes. No, yes! Strawberry rhubarb is better than regular strawberry pie.
Okay.
That's crazy, Tom.
No, all my rhubarb heads chime off.
Well, all your rhubarb heads would be going, I just want a rhubarb proper.
No,
not
you don't want a
strawberry."
rhubarb proper,
you need
and you
to
don't want a
balance.
strawberry proper.
I want a
You want the
strawberry
balance.
proper. I've been
Strawberry pie too sweet.
Oh my God.
Rhubarb pie too tart. You put them together, it's the best pie.
go to a diner like Coco's or like Marie
Shut the
Callender's.
fuck up.
Strawberry
You don't know
pie.
nothing. Am I correct? That's ice cream on top of it with
believe
little
so.
strawberries on
Yes.
top of there. Now that's nice.
That's nice.
ice cream on
The
top.
first time I had
Wasn't
strawberry
mine.
pie as a kid, I didn't want anything else. It's my favorite pie.
It's great pie.
Anyways, let's move on to my number 3. My number 3 is any animal that you kill and then grill over the campfire in Red Dead Redemption.
Okay.
That's
When you shoot an animal with like a bow and arrow in this game, you can usually skin them, and then you'll have a little campfire when you save your game, and then this
nice to
guy
do
just
that.
kind of like he uses a knife as a fork.
He does,
which is
yeah.
really fun.
I think the way you're eating it makes me more excited about the food than anything
on
else.
a knife?
Like there's no salt, there's no spices going on there. It's
Yeah.
probably bland as hell, but the way that you're
It's
I
good.
bet you it's juicy. I bet you
know
it's
it's
nice.
juicy.
just a random rabbit out in
I
like
think so. I think it's the context. For those of you who don't know this game, it's like an open world game of a cowboy in Western times, and he is hungry.
Yes, the game is that he's
Very
hungry.
No, but
hungry
I
cowboys.
think that's the context. You know when he's eating that meat, he's so hungry he needs the sustenance. It's like when you watch Alone and someone catches a rabbit and you know that rabbit's just fucking delicious.
Yeah.
I feel like I could go for aren't there alligators or crocodiles in that
Yeah,
game?
there sure
I
are.
think there are. I think that here's the thing. You can do that if you go down to New Orleans or anything. You can get that, and it's not bad. And
fair
also, come on, this dude trying to eat me, and then I have to take this guy out, and now I get to eat him.
You
That
get
feels
it.
like it's an extra level of like
Yeah.
satisfaction.
Not to
there.
mention a crocodile would marinate you essentially before he eats you because it would
absolutely.
spin you around in the water and you'd be all bloated because
right.
you'd be drowned.
That's me
But
spinning around.
I just think it's a delicious way to prepare food. I've never had food over a campfire before, and this feels like the best.
You've never had food over a campfire?
Like I've never grilled food over a campfire. Have you?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds great.
All right. My number 3 is ghosts.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
All right.
Pac-Man. He gets so happy when he eats these ghosts, and that's sort of the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And I was also reading, because I was doing some research on Pac-Man, that the pellets originally, sometimes they're called Pac-Man food.
Okay.
Other times they've been referred to as cookies.
Oh.
And that sort of recontextualizes the whole game, knowing that this guy's just being chased by ghosts trying to eat cookies.
Or he's trying to eat so many cookies that he eventually sees ghosts, and then he can eat
Yeah.
them, which I've
okay.
done before.
Here's a question for you. What does consuming the cookie do to the ghosts to make them edible? Because when I was a kid and I saw those ghosts, I assumed that it was like we take their little translucent form and then we make them solid like jelly, and that's what makes them edible.
Oh, that
That's what I
sounds
thought
really
it was.
good.
And I said that seems good, and that's why I'm kind of on the same page here. I think this is a good idea for food.
Anyway,
good,
I'd
though.
love to know what a ghost tastes like,
Me too.
because I bet it would be good. And I think you absorb their soul, which I would love to do.
I bet you Guy Fieri's ghost would be very tasty. just someone who ate a lot of good food over his lifetime.
Yeah. I think at that point you're kind of getting closer to like the idea of cannibalism. Guy Fieri just in general would taste good.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
he
imagining
would.
more it's like his soul though, like a
his
Guy
soul.
Fieri like
His
milkshake.
meat is seasoned, you know?
Yeah.
He's got a great body.
Yes. That's good. We don't need to talk more about this. All right, let us go to my number 2, which is Marshmallow from
Ooh.
Outer Wilds. Now,
Yes.
you said you've never grilled anything over top of a fire. Have
Oh
you
wait,
done a
no,
marshmallow?
I've done a marshmallow.
You've done a marshmallow.
But I've done marshmallows.
Okay.
Now talk to us about this marshmallow.
This marshmallow, I know it's a very boring, plain thing, but if you've never played Outer Wilds, I won't spoil anything for anyone. It is a fabulous game. You should absolutely play it all the way through, but I'd say the emotional core of it is this marshmallow, which does nothing for you. You can eat it and you can revive like 1 health, or you could burn it and then I think it takes away a little bit of your health. But it has no mechanical value, absolutely nothing. But this game is a game that loops. It's like a Groundhog Day situation,
yeah.
so every time you go out there and die, you get brought right back to in front of that beautiful bonfire. You are calm, you are cozy, you got your marshmallow, you can just have a nice start and you know, it's a fresh new day, you're ready to go. For me, food is, I'd say, 70% taste, 30% emotion, and I think that 30% of emotion right here, this game, especially as you get toward the end, again, no spoilers, oh, it's a beautiful marshmallow.
When you set your marshmallow on fire and it gets all black and crispy, my mom used to tell me that would give me cancer. Is that true?
It's not
Is there
wrong.
carcinogenic effects to burning the marshmallow?
You know, it's not good for the body.
Okay, I thought that was one of those parent things. Like my mom also used to tell me that if you put your hand on the scanner at the supermarket, it would burn off your fingerprints like an MIB.
That's also true.
That is also, yeah, it's how
And I
we
haven't
read.
done it to this day.
Just looking out for you.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful out there, for sure.
Okay.
Love
well,
it. Love it.
Let's move on to my number 2. And it might be a little familiar. My number 2 is the dots.
The fact that the dots are higher on your list than the ghosts on that list, I don't think I can agree with that. I feel like the ghosts are better than the dots.
Pac-Man does seem to be having a good ass time eating those dots.
And he generally has weaker lists than mine, so it does
Oh
make
my!
sense.
So we have to give him
Respect
a...
the list. Respect.
Oh,
Yeah, look at you. Look at you. You're making a fool of yourself in the beat
respecting
sound.
the list, it's just the karma that
get
comes
too
right back.
excited.
That's
to it.
right. That's what happens when you don't respect the list. But he looks like he's having a good time. I think I would argue that when he's killing the ghosts, he's only doing it out of necessity because they're distracting him from what he really wants to be doing.
It's almost like dots are like the little snacks you have throughout the day. A nice baby carrot and hummus.
That's nice.
A nice-
Those are your snacks throughout
Yeah,
the day.
a nice
veggie
oh,
straw.
Nice fancy
A nice-
boy
Yeah,
over
I
here.
know.
A nice veggie
straw.
Fucking
What's wrong with veggie
It's
straw?
fucking-
Okay,
Oh,
wait a
the
minute.
caviar chips that I have. at 3
I
p.m.
only
on
like
a
waking up to the
Wednesday.
smell of coffee and a veggie
Okay,
platter
sure.
prepared for me
Unbelievable.
out on the foyer.
I was being vulnerable there, okay?
Sarah joined me on the veranda
Get the
while we eat our
unbelievable.
carrots dipped in hummus.
My point is, the dots are like
point
little
is your
snacks,
list sucks,
and then the
dude.
ghosts shut the fuck up, and then the ghosts are like a big opulent meal that you remember.
Okay, yes.
Okay, my number 2 is mac and cheese from The Sims.
That looks disgusting.
no, it
that
looks so
is-
good.
That looks like a bowl of throw up.
SpaghettiOs if you leave them out for 4 days is what I'm seeing on that picture.
Early Sims, I mean, I don't know how conscious you guys were when The Sims 1 came out, but it was really confusing. I remember talking to my friend, I was like, but what is it? What do you do? And they were like, you're just people who live. And I was like, what?
Making funny noises at each
They
other.
can do that? And they go, oh, this growlus radiche. Yes. And this now. Hearing them make macaroni, you see your tired sim. Maybe he's had a long day at work,
Yeah.
you know, or, you know, unlucky in love, had a hard day with the
Making
gal.
macaroni from scratch.
And you just hear him stirring macaroni in the pot, I think has been said in a song or two. And look, macaroni is one of my favorite foods.
It is.
It simply is. So to see my little digital guys down there eating macaroni and making the best life for themselves that they possibly can, well, it made me really happy.
You have to admit, though, in your heart of hearts, that does not look appetizing.
Yeah, when I played the game and I saw them eating it and they were like, wow.
But at
you know?
face value, it's not.
They were like,
not
oh, waza, you know?
Okay.
And I was like,
It's
yeah,
the equivalent
waza.
of like the Lion King grubs, where you're like,
Yes.
those should be
Oh,
unappetizing,
yeah.
but they look
But
very
they actually do look
do a
good
great
in that
job.
movie.
Yes.
Yeah, that looks pretty good though.
Does it?
Well, okay.
Yeah.
It looks like fair macaroni.
I'd eat that shit, bowl and all.
Macaroni served from a tent.
3 great lists.
A little more umami coming from this. Obviously, the Wumpa fruit. Who can say what? Who knows what's going on there?
Mommy.
Yeah.
Yours is
Indeed.
rather sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm not a sweet guy in general. I'm
think
a
you're a
very
sweet guy.
mean, terrible
I
man.
think you're very
Oh yeah,
sweet.
you're one of the nastiest
Just one of
guys
the
I know.
worst.
What do I think of this list?
It's very. I like it because it's down to the basics.
Midwestern ass list over here.
Absolutely.
He's got cake, hot dogs, and mac and cheese. Is this the menu at a OC fair, or is
Oh,
this
baby.
fucking your list for the beat zone? Sure.
I'm a man of simple pleasures.
Yeah, I could
Carbs,
tell.
yeah.
What's number 1? Sliced bread?
Oh, get the. My number 1 is very complex.
Oh, I'm sure
I
it is.
can't wait.
Wheat bread. Anyways, let's move to your number 1.
My number 1, perhaps a slightly controversial one. We'll see.
That's the best kind.
This one is Chateau Romani from The Legend of
Oh.
Zelda Majora's
Well,
Mask.
you're classing it up here.
Now,
That's a bottle of perfume.
that is a bottle of old milk, my friend.
What? That's so much worse.
Oh, now, let me get into this. So obviously every Zelda game has a form of milk, Lon milk usually,
Oh, sure.
okay? That's the go-to. This is, I think, maybe the only Zelda game that references something that could be alcohol, okay?
Oh.
So now, Chateau Romani, they don't sell it to you because you're a child. But if you get late enough in the game, there's a point where you can go to a very sad scene between an older sister and a younger sister, and the older sister's like, you can even have the Chateau Romani because we can see the moon coming to destroy the whole world.
Oh, so like all bets are off.
All bets are off, just go ahead and have it. But specifically, the thing about it also is that if you drink it, you have unlimited magical powers for the rest of the game.
That's
for the
fun.
rest of the whole 3 days. And so I was playing this young, very, I did not
yeah.
understand the undertones of like, oh, this is alcoholic because it's Chateau Romani.
Yeah.
I just thought it was really nice milk. I thought it was like, oh, that must be like a nice milkshake.
This is how they start you early.
Exactly.
This is how those evil alcohol
that's
companies
how it
start
is.
you early.
I like regular milk, but if someone sold milk in a special
They sell it
glass jar with a beautiful label like that,
Absolutely.
gold
the
label.
Normal milk is like 20 rupees.
Gold label
This
milk.
is 300.
He still
my
drinks glasses
God.
of milk, just like he'll enjoy a glass of milk.
Absolutely.
I would pay $300 for a bottle of good milk.
Absolutely. I'm right there with you. I think it would be great. Like, as I got older and I realized that there are indeed fermented milk drinks, and I've been like, oh, those seem a little bit odd. But that being said, boys, I would drink this old milk.
I would.
man.
Thank you for leveling with us.
Yeah,
I-
I would drink this old milk for
I think you
sure.
would. Is that why you listed it at number 1?
Absolutely. I would sip that ancient milk all day long. That sounds delicious.
Even if it
to
didn't
me.
give you magical powers.
No. Even if
You just
not.
want nice
I
milk.
feel like it would give me magical powers of a sort just by having a sip of whatever this weird old milk was.
Some
But-
people think milk is gross.
It's not gross. It's just something I don't
they're
need a jug
sickos,
of.
right?
Yeah,
I love
get
milk.
it.
I know you do.
I get it.
And you put ice cubes in it, which is odd. All right, let's move to my
Yes.
number
Oh, it's number
1.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Yeah, here we go. My number 1 is the apple from Pokemon Snap.
Okay.
Oh, look at him!
This is
Okay.
simple, but boy, do I love bonking a Charizard on the head with this apple so he'll look at my camera.
So you bonk them on the head? Does that get their attention?
It does, and then they look at you, and then you can take a picture of them.
Do they smile? Or like,
I gotta tell you, if I was chilling on the beach or just in my natural environment at home and I got hit in the head with an apple, I'd be instantly pissed. And then if I saw somebody taking a picture of me, then I would get it. And then I'd go, well, now I have a fucking apple.
Now,
nice Honey Crisp.
In the real world, I think if someone hit me with an apple and then took a bunch of pictures of me, I think the pissed aspect would go way
No,
high.
I'd be like, Pokemon Snap, I
Okay.
get it.
now this is gonna happen to you in public all the time.
Oh, you've really written your own check, huh?
I'm gonna be on
catch
a
that
date night
one.
with my wife, and we're gonna be exiting a restaurant, and all of a sudden, like, I love Ghost Files!
Look, you better hope you don't
Oh!
get any more famous because the paparazzi know exactly what to do for you now. It's gonna be a problem.
All that aside, it looks like a delicious
It
bowl.
does.
Look how happy
Shiny.
Pikachu is.
Pikachu's very happy.
Or you don't always have to bonk them on the head. You could just be like, look at my fucking apple.
Do you
And
see
they
it?
always do. They get angry, but then they exactly what you're saying. Then
they
they
start
see the
eating
apple,
it.
they have a nice apple, and they're
Like-
not upset anymore. And it's
Oh,
great.
I mean, I'd love to see this.
It
I'd love to
depends
see
on
him
what
get
kind
angry
of.
and then
So
smile.
that apple, I will say, looks a little more red delicious than I remember, and I hate red
But on that one, you
delicious.
can see sort of a yellow.
But the other one, it
bottom.
looks a little bit
hope
more
it's,
like a Honey Crisp, which is my favorite apple.
Best
We should do top 5 apples.
We've
I've been
talked
saying
about
it for a
top
long
5 apples for a long
Okay.
time. You got apple
I
opinions?
got some apples.
You're gonna have to bleep my
Okay,
my favorite apple.
next
then.
season, we'll say nothing more of it. It's time for my number 1. My number 1 is coffee from Red Dead Redemption 2.
Wow, some double ups over here.
Interesting.
Ryan, it's coming from the very same emotional source.
good.
Yeah. So here's the thing. It's a game about a guy who's hungry.
Look at his fucking face sipping, and he
Look
looks
at Arthur Morgan. He's going.
That's what his face looks like. He looks.
That's a nice cup.
He looks like Antonio Banderas when he's like on the laptop in that one movie. Look at his
right.
face. Just.
And I'll tell you what. The game is long. The story is emotional. That story does some things where when I was playing it, I was like, are games allowed to do this? And it's one of the few games where there is a moment in the story where I wish I could have frozen time. I think it's around chapter 3. You're out by the river, your camp is out by the river.
Yeah.
There were times that I would just go and I would sit down by the fire with old Hosea and just sit there and sip some coffee.
That
And at the
sounds nice.
time, I just thought, well, isn't this nice? Isn't this lovely? Just sitting down by the fire. I think eventually you have like a nice little party there. And then later in the game, I would think about that. And sometimes I would return to the site of our old campsite. In many ways, this happens in real life. Sometimes you don't take things for what they're worth in the moment, you know? You take things for granted. You're thinking about the future, think about the past. And I didn't cherish my time with Hosea there at that beautiful riverside campsite, sitting there drinking coffee. It was one of the happiest times of my life as Arthur Morgan.
Oh, I was about to say,
Yeah.
it's kind of sad.
You just got married, Shane?
Yeah.
So I did. Well, that was better, arguably. But this was number 2. And the game also really makes you feel the environment. Like you wake up at like 5 in the morning, there's like a fog over the river. You feel the cold. So when you sit down at that campsite and you just sit there and, that's a nice coffee.
I imagine, now here's the thing, I don't know how coffee production has changed since those olden times, but obviously I bet it's a little grainy as he's sipping it, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
you
It's
ever
probably
used-
not strong.
Have you ever used one of those little campsite coffee percolators?
Yeah.
Oh, they're good.
They give you a little pulp.
I feel like Ryan might be the people's lister here. I feel like no one can argue with this
I
one.
mean, if you're gonna say that, then I accept it.
I think
of
I'm going to
course.
go with me on this one.
Oh, okay. Well, you know,
I think, and look, we'll find out. Chime off in the comments.
you're really gonna list yourself as the people's lister?
Well, the term came about because I deemed myself the people's lister, and
you're
I
not-
always
you're-
have
but
been.
you're actually not the
And I
people's
always have
lister.
been. It's on my business card, so I'm the people's
You know
lister,
who's
and I
people's
think this is the
lister?
people's.
Me. I'm the people's lister. I'm gonna vote for me as well. That's 2 votes to 1.
I would say,
before you lose.
first and
Yeah.
foremost, I'm probably the people's lister. If I had to pick a second, probably.
Oh, really?
Well, that's probably because I have a higher score than you.
And then
2 to
you're
1.
probably like,
2 to
wait,
1. 2
I
to
don't
1.
think you're.
Well, anyway, chime off in the comments. Who's the people's lister? Which list did you like the best? What choices did you agree with? Which choices did you not agree with? And thank you to Brian for coming on to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I
is
love
there-
to talk about this stuff.
Is there anything that you'd like to plug in the meantime while you're here?
Not really. I mean, you can check me out. My name's Brian David Gilbert. I do things on the internet and also not on the internet sometimes. So hire me
So
sometime.
you'll see him whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
He's everywhere, man.
I exist in many places.
He's gonna be out there in the field throwing apples at you because of this. But without further ado,
That's the list!
Another big thank you to Babbel for sponsoring this video. Click the link to get 60% off your subscription and let me know what language you want to learn in the comments below.
There was an era when we started Watcher where we always had saltines in the office.
did.
Ooh, now that is a nice
it was
perk.
the only snack we could afford.
Stephen Lim would always bring him in.
He would bring
He's
it in.
slacking.
Thank you, Steve.
He gotta bring back some more saltines.